So you finally got the best Epiphany. Your units got those OP Divine Epiphanies and boss card. You beat the boss, everything going smooth. Then you go check to renew save data. Well, every Divine Epiphanies are gone. The boss card also gone. Yeah, that feeling sucks. But hey, you're not the only one. A lot of players are having the same path there. So in this video, I'm gonna break down what I found after testing case runs and what might actually be causing this issue. Alright, so let's make it simple. Imagine your save data as a jar. Every time you go into the chaos missions, you start filling that jar with all your stuff. You got your attack cards, skill cards, and neutral ones from the shop, your card Epiphanies, and of course the broken monster cards and Divine Epiphanies. Now, here's what I noticed after a bunch of testing. Divine Epiphanies and monster cards are kinda like big items in the jar. They take up more space, so your jar fills up faster when you have those. When you finish or escape a chaos mission, obviously you wanna bring all that loot back home, right? But when leaving the chaos mission, imagine the jar gets shaken. Think about it. When your jar is too full and it gets shaken, some stuff's gonna fall out. And from what I've noticed, Divine Epiphanies and monster cards are usually sitting at the top of the jar. So when things start falling, those are the ones to go. That's why when you check your cards after the run, those Divine Epiphanies or monster cards are suddenly missing. Alright, now that you know what's going on, you're probably wondering, how do you actually take home all the cards you want? Well, there is a way. You just need to manage your jar properly. If you've noticed before you enter chaos missions, there's this little thing below that says your save data value. It can be very low, normal, high, or highest, depends on the stage difficulty. So going back to our jar example, very low means your jar is tiny, and highest means it's the biggest one. Obviously, if you go for the highest one, you've got way more space, and that gives you the best chance to keep those juicy Divine Epiphanies and monster cards to work for. So even when the jar gets shaken on your way out, there is still enough room for everything to stay inside. Alright, let me give you an example. I ran 2 chaos missions, both on high save data value. In the first run, I built Magna, and I went all in. I grabbed every good neutral card I could find and staggered up with every Divine Epiphanies I can get. I even deleted 2 of our normal cards. After I finished the mission and checked my save data, almost all the Divine Epiphanies were gone. Out of 4, only 1 stayed. And the other 3 got downgraded to normal Epiphanies. Not just that, my Ice Fragment card was missing too. And 2 of the neutral cards I bought from the shop just disappeared. So even though I was on high save data, it still could handle everything I tried to stop in there. Now, on the second run, I decided to build Haru's card instead. This time, I tried something different. I completely avoided picking up any neutral cards, and I removed 1 normal card. I ended up getting 3 Divine Epiphanies in total, though technically only 1 of them was real, and the other 2 were just duplicates. Now, when I checked everything outside the chaos mission, I actually retained all of my cards. Nothing disappeared this time, but there was one annoying thing. The shield card that I removed earlier somehow came back. So yeah, even though I kept all my Divine Epiphanies this time, the system still does weird stuff behind the scenes. So if we compare both runs, it's pretty clear. Grabbing too much stuff like neutral cards, Divine Epiphanies, plus if you include that OP monster cards, isn't really ideal if you want to retain everything. But if you really want a high chance to keep those good cards, go for the biggest jar, which is the highest save data value. Also, maybe the reason I kept all Haru's Divine Epiphanies was because 2 of them were duplicates, so they probably didn't count toward the save data. Right now, a lot of this is still speculation, since the game doesn't really explain any of this stuff. I've been testing it a lot, and this is just what I've found so far. So don't take this as solid proof, it's just my observation. And I guess it all comes down to RNG. Yeah. This game got a lot of RNG, like too much RNG. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.